There is an epidemic that is plaguing our elderly and disabled people. An epidemic of such massive proportion that it will take years and immense thinking and planning and revamping the entire system to even start to come to a resolution for this epidemic. Welcome to the Carosity Carecast. I am your host, Jeremy Watkins. Thank you so much for listening. In today's episode, I want to talk about a harsh reality, and it's a subject that is near and dear to my heart, and the entire reason that I started Carosity. There's an epidemic that is plaguing our elderly and disabled people, and it is going to take a lot of work and a lot of time to turn this around. But we have to start somewhere. Keep listening to this episode, and I'll give my thoughts on this harsh reality. I was working with a client of mine, and he likes to go through old newspapers. And here recently, he's been going through some old Washington Post newspapers, and he always clips out articles that have to do with caregiving or home care or even facilities. Anything like that he thinks that I'll be interested in. Well, he clipped this one article from the Washington Post, and it brought tears to my eyes. And it's not because I didn't know that these things were happening that I was saddened and brought to tears. But it's the fact that it's out there and the same things keep happening. And it's just very sad and a heavy weight on my heart. And it also fuels me to keep doing what I'm doing and to possibly do more. In this Washington Post article from December of 2023, it gave the stories of four elderly people that wandered away from assisted living facilities and that they were later found dead. And while investigating the reason that these people were able to just wander away from these facilities was due to negligence. And the negligence was brought on by short staffing, and short staffing led to burnout among the staff that is working there. And it's a vicious cycle. While nursing homes and assisted living facilities are struggling to keep staff in the buildings on all shifts, what is really happening is that the care that they are supposed to give and the care that they have promised the people that live in these facilities is falling by the wayside. No, it may not be the facility's fault, but there are things that facilities can do if they don't have enough staff. It's possible to move residents to other facilities who are maybe more staffed and have more rooms. It is a necessity for these facilities to not only try to employ more staff, but at the same time, give the care that they need. And I feel like they're not doing enough. Yeah, they're putting up signs now hiring, and they're holding job fairs and trying to be all happy and everything while the residents that are literally in their building are dying because of negligence, due to low staff, due to staff burnout, which leads to more staffing issues. And like I said, it's a vicious cycle. There have been several cases here locally in the New River Valley that I've heard about on the news about residents just wandering away from these nursing facilities and assisted living facilities and found dead. Not enough is happening to keep these people safe. Something more has to be done. This cycle has to stop somehow, some way. And it's a harsh reality that we all have to wake up to. That our elderly and disabled community is at risk, is at high risk every single day. And I don't know that trying to staff more facilities and have more staff there is really going to solve anything. It might solve issues for a little while, but what happens when that revolving door of employees happens again? Where that season of low staff happens yet again. And here you are with 200 residents in your facility with one caregiver. Maybe 1 to 3 caregivers on a good day. Since the pandemic in 2020, staffing at facilities and hospitals have plummeted because of burnout. Burnout and worry. A lot of people are just scared. And when you're scared and you're burnt out from one thing, why would you want to go back to it? No matter what compensation you might get. See, I know firsthand what it is to be in a facility with low staff. Years ago, when I worked at a nursing facility, I worked 3 weeks straight, double shifts, 7 days a week, because of low staff. And I was trying to do my very best. I was getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day, barely eating, for 3 weeks straight. And I had to take 2 whole weeks off just to recover from that. I could not do any more. No matter how much the compensation was, no matter how much the overtime pay was, my mind and body were just almost disintegrated. And the only reason I was just laughing just now because I was trying to come up with the words to even describe. But those of you who are caregivers and have worked in places like that know what I'm talking about. And it's not even in just facilities. Unfortunately, it also happens in private homes where you have family caregivers that are constantly burnt out. Or there are no family caregivers and an elderly person just wanders away from home because they're unsupervised, because of maybe it wasn't negligence, maybe it was just the family not realizing or recognizing the signs of decline, mental decline. Maybe they were in denial, so nothing was done. It's an epidemic everywhere. The reason I started Carosity is to combat this epidemic. I had a vision for Carosity to provide not just caregivers, but caregivers that have years of experience, caregivers that love what they do, that are passionate about what they do, that love going every single day to provide one-on-one care. And that's what my company guarantees. Carosity guarantees one-on-one safety supervision and care for your loved one, no matter if it's in a private home or in a facility. We can be with you or your loved ones wherever you are. If the facility that your loved one lives in is short-staffed and you know it, because you go and you visit and you have to deal with the call light being left on for an hour, 2 hours, maybe even more. You have to deal with trying to go find linens yourself or help your mom or your dad to the restroom yourself, even though they're in a facility. But the facility is short-staffed and you're there, but no one's coming. If you're in that situation, our caregivers can be there with your loved ones when you're not. Because when you leave, you know the exact same thing is going to happen, and you don't know how long it's going to be till mom or dad gets to go to the bathroom or gets to eat. Or maybe they're a high fall risk and they're going to fall and no one's going to notice for hours because they're short-staffed. This has gone on long enough. And until people change the way they think about elderly and disabled care, the system will not change. But there are people out there who offer help and hope, and Carosity is one of them. If you're a family caregiver and you know you're burnt out, get help. Seek help immediately. The quality of life and even the life of your loved one itself rests on that. And your life depends on that as well. Your mental health depends on that. There is hope and there is help, and Carosity is here and will be with you every step of the way. Please don't wait any longer. This has gone on long enough. Your loved one does not need to die because of negligence due to low staff or burnt out staff. You don't have to be the only family caregiver for your mom or your dad. There is help. We offer respite care as long as you need. Don't wait another minute. You can call Carosity at 540-266-2189. Visit our website at carosity.care. Contact us one way or the other. And if Carosity is not a good fit for you, don't worry. We can help you find someone who is. We are a resource. We're not just for profit. We actually care. We truly care. And we will be with you every single step of the way to help in any way we possibly can. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Carosity Carecast. I truly hope this has helped you. Be well.